In today's Almond Matters segment, we're joined by our friend Todd Burkdoll, Field Market Development Specialist with Valent U.S.A, to get a bit of a reminder for issues to be looking out for as hull split approaches. And now we're just about halfway through June here, and some of those summer temperatures are starting to show up. So, Todd, what are some of the priorities that the growers have right now as preparations are being made with hull split on the way here?
Well, the biggest thing is preventing that hull split. You've got, as the hull splits, you've got an opening for navel orangeworm larvae to enter. And typically the females lay their eggs along the suture anyway, or with the stem end rather. So getting product there, killing any potential eggs or taking out any larvae that have hatched before they enter into that nut is crucial. But again, it's preventative, it's prophylactic treatment. There's a lot of good chemistries out there that work. Some guys, keep pounding away with whatever they've got in their arsenal. The question was raised whether DiPel works on navel orangeworm. Definitely works on navel orangeworm. The problem is they have to ingest it. They have to ingest the product. And in doing so, you've got to get it before they get inside, because DiPel is not systemic. It's contact. It's basically, they eat it. The toxins are in the gut of the larva. The larva stops feeding and dies. So the larva has to eat it, has to ingest it. So getting DiPel on pre-hull split is critical. I'd say week to 5 to 7 days before hull split is good. And then at hull split, again, another application. And I've seen that do a really good job of preventing navel orangeworm at harvest, having infected nuts. But it's timing. It's a timing issue. It's something you've got to stay on top of. There's variations in the orchard. I manage to the least common denominator. It's the first time I see, things getting ready to pop, and it's when I would treat it, and then come back again, like I said, in about 5 to 7 days and treat it again. DiPel soft, doesn't disrupt beneficials. So it's a good tool. If you learn to use it, it can be a very good tool. It's economical. The other thing in hull split is hull rot. It can become a complex of diseases, but the biggest thing is getting it before it gets inside the nut. And by doing that, again, prophylactic treatments. There's several fungicides out there that show good activity. I like Quash. It's systemic, and it does a really good job on hull split. But there's other products out there you can rotate with. The UC guidelines are I would say anything with a 3 or 4 stars that's been evaluated by Jim Mataskevich is going to be a good fit there. But prevention is better than cure. Once it's inside, once you've got infection, it's nearly impossible to stop it. And then you've got to knock out the spores or initial infection before it happens. So again, at the very beginning or right before hull split, probably in about the next 10 to 12 days in some of the southern areas in the valley here.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question there. In terms of timing, because those plans and preparations for hull split need to be made as best as possible right now. So what seems to be the general estimate for when we might see hull split here? Because, growers will definitely want to give themselves some time to get their plan of action going to allow for those timely applications where and when they're needed.
I think you could probably anticipate like early varieties like Sonora realizing hull split in the next 10 to 14 days, maybe longer than that. We'll see what the weather does, but it's supposed to heat up, so that should amplify things a little bit, but it also amplifies the pest. The other thing is mites. Mites I looked at some fields yesterday. There's mites that are growing and blowing now, so if you didn't get a miticide on earlier, it's probably advantageous to get one on as soon as possible now, because as the temperatures heat up, mites will explode.